really wish you all could be California girls.
We are live on the Miguel and Holly and the Hits 961 Facebook page for Queen City Confessions.
I'm ready for the secret.
Here's the first one.
Mhm.
This is a kid warning as well.
Okay.
I'm not that proud of what I'm going to say, but I need to take it out of my chest.
Oh, okay. This is a good one.
I'm sleeping with my best friend's husband,
Oh,
and he is my husband's best friend as well.
girl, you in danger.
Let me just say that one more time. I'm sleeping with my best friend's husband, and he is my husband's best friend as well.
So all y'all are best friends, allegedly.
I don't know how this happened, but I fell in love with this person. I feel bad, but I can't control what's happening right now.
Oh. Hold on. Strike that and reverse it. Hold on a minute. You can't control what's happening right now? That's where you're wrong. Like, listen, I feel for you with all the other stuff. Obviously, as soon as you hear that, most people are just like, oh, you're a terrible person. I don't think so. Things happen in life. And I promise you, anybody can fall in love with anybody else or hook up with anybody else. Obviously, it happens all the time. If it wasn't possible for everybody, like what, like it just is. Like you could lose your mind and just do exactly what this person is doing. The problem is, yes, you can control it. You can't control how you feel, but you can control what your actions are. And you're choosing to let yourself get swept up in this, which like I have said often, and I don't want to ever minimize like what an addiction is like, but having an affair and being in this situation where you're cheating is like a high. It causes a lot of similar brain activity with the oxytocin and everything, where you become like addicted to that feeling. That's not normal love. Like that is infatuation.
Right.
And you're choosing it, but you're choosing it.
You need to get out of that situation because how is this going to play out?
You're going to lose everybody is what's going to happen.
If you continue along that path.
Yeah.
And keep us updated on what you do.
It's tough. Don't get me wrong. I feel for you in my heart of hearts. And I want you to have some gentle comforting because you need it right now. You're going through it.
Here's another confession. I'm so confused on how to handle this. My fiance works from home. Last week, my boss gave us the rest of the afternoon off, so I got home early. But when I walked to our house, there was music blaring. I thought this was weird for it to be in the middle of the workday. But when I walked in, my fiance, who is a man, was vacuuming in high heels and a wig, nothing else on. I just slowly walked out of the house. I still don't know how to put into words how I feel.
Agreed. I wouldn't know how to put into words how I felt either. There's a range of emotions, right? There's a lot of emotions.
I think if you are engaged, this needs to be a conversation just to be like, hey, this is what I saw. I've just been trying to process it. I'm not being accusatory. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I just want to understand.
And it's like, what does this mean? Because ultimately, that's the question. What does it mean?
And you know what? Here's the thing. It could mean nothing. Because just because you put on a wig and some high heels, that does not mean anything about your sexuality. That could just be like, ooh, I feel powerful in this, or I like to feel a certain way.
It also doesn't mean that he's not in love with you and doesn't want to marry you. That's not like okay, this is the end of this, but it could mean other things. Like, this is why you got to get to the bottom of like, where does this come from? What does it mean?
I'm curious. What did you find out about your spouse before you got married? And did you go through with it or did it make you leave? 1-844 hits 961.
1-844-448-7961 or text us. Put the word hits in your message and just tell us what happened. And to the number 96893.
All right, it is 7:33. We got to get to blown off. Now, is he sexist or is Miles just putting on the table what he's looking for in a future partner? Miles said he's looking for one thing from his future wife, but that did not sit well with Olivia. But what did Miles want? And would you be offended if he said this to you?